moving right along. What we're going to do now is do wire management. And so this is a very important step on the roof to make sure that our wires are not hanging onto the roof. Once the modules get installed, we want to, from the ground, we want to look underneath the array and see a nice clean install with no wires hanging on the roof. Not to mention, wires hanging on the roof can be a problem. It can create a hazard in that the wires could become abrased and then and or possibly melt on the roof. You know, things like that can occur. You can get critters going under there, birds going under there and messing with the wires. We want them to be nice and tight on the roof underneath the array. It's very important in this particular process in using these optimizers, which are set up in a series string, to go ahead and plug in the positive to negative. And so what Tyler's going to do is he's going to make his way around the array and do that first, and then let the wires hang on the roof, and then we're going to wire manage as we move right along. And you'll notice what he's doing is he is connecting the negative to the positive as he moves up on through. And then the last one here, again, negative to positive. And then at the end, we have the wire, which is a home run. And so there are two home runs. There's going to be, of course, a negative home run and a positive home run. In this particular case, the positive is the longer, and then the negative is the shorter wire. We also are going to take those wires and connect those into the rail-mounted J-box. And we do have a J-box sitting up there on the roof right now. And Tyler's going to go ahead and these just snap right into the rail. So very easy for us to connect that. Then the wires will end up being inserted into the J-box from the home runs. And then typically what happens is conduit is run from the other side of it down from the roof into our inverter. And so you can see the process that Tyler's going through just to start to tidy everything up. Next, he's grabbing the other home run, and we're going to make that one make its way to that J-box as well. One of the important things during this step also is to be sure to keep track of positive and negative. Oftentimes what we'll do is we'll take a piece of red tape, and the red tape can designate the positive, and then we'll just leave the negative black. We are going to be showing specifically how to wire a J-box in another video at another time. Now Tyler's going ahead and getting ready to actually start to use specific clips to go ahead and do the wire management on the roof. And we'll watch as he moves through those steps. Jerry will be assisting with the specific clips. As you're working on the roof too, it's important to realize that you know, the roof is at an angle, and we want to be careful of items sliding off the edge of the roof and so forth. So keeping them in little bins, keeping them in pockets, or we have soft cases that we can bring up to the roof. Soft tool bags work really well on the roof as well. And then that way we can keep that stuff on the roof and it won't roll off. Notice here what Tyler's doing is he is actually tucking the wire into the rail. And in this particular rail system, the snap and rack system, it's nice to have the wide area and channel in the rail to be able to go ahead and tuck things in. And the wire management clips, by the way, that he is using is specifically from the rail manufacturer. And you can see they just snap in as well, and they are black plastic pieces. And so what he's doing is he's kind of winding up the excess wire, tucking it into the rail, and you can see in the close-up here, and then just snapping it in, tucking the rest right down into the rail. Very clean way to wire manage. And then one of the last things that he's going to use is a special wire management retention clip that actually screws down. And these are great from going inter-row wire management. And so you'll notice he's taking that wire that goes between the lower row to the upper row, and then using this screw-on wire retention clip for that particular purpose. Then he can use the other just plastic retention clips to hold the excess wire and tuck that into the rail as well. Working together with a partner on the roof always makes these steps go just a little bit faster.
Okay, another couple of the bigger black clips.
And we're almost all set here. Just needs to do the other side, and then we are ready to go. One last screw down retention clip, and we're going to be just about ready. You'll notice in using the impact driver, you don't need to torque it, over torque it. You don't need to go crazy with that. Just a little bit goes a long way. Impact drivers do have quite a bit of power and torque. And so now what we're able to do is we've got some excess wire in the junction box. We can cut that to size, and then we will be all set and just about ready to start installing our modules. One more step. And there Tyler's cutting them to the right length to be able to tuck inside that junction box. And then the lid goes back down. Very good. Excellent job.